Mehryn, it's Friday. It's Friday.
You guys, is that flamingos on your shirt? I didn't notice that earlier.
Friday flamingos, Mehryn. What else are you doing on Friday? We got the flamingos. It's
in Jersey.
It's negative 30 degrees outside. Come on, let's.
I'm in Florida and I've got like my fuzzy jacket on. You know, we're like polar opposites.
The heat hasn't come on here in the Vaughn household yet, so we're happy. I'm one of those cold-blooded guys that need the cold to continue to go. I see David's here. I see a whole bunch of people are here. Mehryn, it's been a busy week. It's been a busy couple of weeks.
It has.
I'm not sure if we're going to be here next week or not, but we'll talk about that at the end. Let's go in and jump into what's new. This was the big one, Mehryn. Now, we've been talking for months and months and months about Android devices and moving to the new management platform, AOSP device management and things like that. But this blog post now has dates that our OEMs are going to hit for their firmware.
Very exciting. I don't think we've seen, or I honestly didn't even expect this level of detail. So very, very big thank you to whoever put this together. So this puts a little pressure on all of us. Obviously, look at those OEMs. If you've got devices that you see, those are your timelines, essentially. Like you've got to put that work in. Look at honestly, some are happening in December. So the work needs to be done now. Schedule it out.
Yeah, if you have not gone into Intune on all the pre-work that was recommended and things like that, now is the time. We want to make sure that this is as seamless as possible. We've been doing this for about 6-7 months now and warning everybody, but when this comes, there's going to be those users that go, well, you never told me. Well, here's a whole bunch of stuff. They don't watch us on Fridays, Mehryn. They don't watch us because we've been talking about this for a whole bunch of weeks. Mehryn, did you get your badge?
I did, and I posted it on LinkedIn. Did you?
I did get my badge. I attended all 3 days. I was there in the background answering questions, doing different things, and making sure that everybody was having fun. There was boot camp bingo. There were a whole bunch of things on phones, a whole bunch of things on places. Everything, we got their badge 100%. But Mehryn, what's coming up is going to be your sales badge. And again, you can go for Teams rooms, you can go for phone, you can go for Microsoft Copilot. We have a whole bunch of different training available. But what we're going to give you today is a little peek into the Teams Rooms sales badge for 2025. We've got a question that's going to be presented on this exam that we get. Hopefully we're going to have this in January. All the questions are submitted and they're done. But Mehryn, based on Microsoft's 2024 Work Trend Index report, which of the following statements is false? We're not looking for true, we're looking for false. And again, these are the little tricks that we do on these exams that sort of kick you up. I know that I had somebody actually this week reach out about the Avixa exam and how things were worded. That's the point of this. We want to make sure you're paying attention. We don't want to just breeze by all these things. But again, Mehryn, which of these following statements is false?
I'm going to go with D because I was actively listening when Alexander gave the kickoff keynote, and C-level IT decision makers are very much involved in the entire decision-making process. So that's an important thing to remember when you're selling Microsoft Teams Rooms.
Absolutely. That is the answer. The C-level suite is always involved in the decision-making process. So again, that's there. Once again, when this comes out, probably in January, you're going to go to aka.ms says Teams Room sales badge. You'll be presented with 50 exam questions out of 100. We've got all 100 back there. The passing will be 80% when you do. You'll be able to put it on your LinkedIn. Now, Mehryn, we didn't have an AI prompt of the week this week, but we've got Dave back. We've got Dave back, and he's got a prompt of the week this week. Let's go ahead and roll that tape.
Welcome back to Prompt of the Week. If you're like me, you get emails all the time and need to turn those around into scheduling a meeting, whether that's a one-on-one to discuss the topic or a group invite to bring a team together and solve an issue. Let me show you how Outlook has Copilot built right into a new function that helps make this so much simpler to accomplish. Let's take a look. When I come into Outlook and I select a message, I'm going to read through this and decide I need to schedule a meeting. There's an option in here, Schedule with Copilot. And what this does is it uses the power of Copilot to draft the meeting invite for me. It sends it to everyone that was on the email thread. It proposes the agenda and it summarizes all of the previous conversations. So this might be just the email that I just had, or it might be a string of emails so that I get that synopsis in the invite for all of the attendees to review. It also automatically finds the first available time and proposes it. I can insert it and then edit it. So if I want to make sure that we're reviewing action items, I can add that into the fold here, but it gives me a starting point. So I'm not starting with a blank slate. This is so powerful. I use this almost every day. And while there's no prompting involved in this example, this really ties into the concept of agents, which we're going to start seeing and hearing a lot more about around Copilot. And I'm super excited for the future of what's to come. And with that, that's this week's Prompt of the Week. If you found this valuable, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who you think might find value. I'll catch you next time.
That was a great tip at the end there, Mehryn. Agents are where it was coming, and 100%. I have not used Schedule with Copilot before.
I didn't either. I learned something new this week, and that is awesome. I think that's my favorite one that I've learned so far. So that's awesome, Dave.
Listen, my enemy is time zones. So if it can help me with the time zones, 100% I'll do that. That and other AI prompts of the weeks are up on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/TeamsRoomTechTalk. With that, Mehryn, let's go into some roadmap items and see what's coming up. The first one coming up, meeting recap can be shared via a link now. Mehryn, I know that you do this for a lot of us here, where you go in, you copy the whole thing, and then you paste it into the email and send it off. Now that's going to make it a little bit easier with a link.
A lot easier. I think, like we were talking before the show, little things that save a lot of time. I mean, I do this all day, every day. For every meeting, we got to send recaps. This takes maybe 5 minutes or less, maybe. I don't know, but that's a click of a button. That's amazing. I love it.
Nice little thing there. Also, the Admin Center, we're going to actually do more to investigate whether Teams devices are ready for an update, to have a non-disruptive device operation with everything that's there. If it's in a call, if it's in something, we're not going to do things. We know that there's been some history of this in the past. I don't know who's up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, but apparently they are for these meetings and when it happens. So we'll do more to actually prepare on that. Mehryn, we are being looked at with judgment. It's never duck, Mehryn.
It's never duck.
It's never duck. But the spell check will be coming with multi-language support and go through that. Mehryn, there's a whole bunch of upcoming events. Join us next week for MTD AMA, Microsoft Teams Devices Ask Me Anything session. This is a session we don't record. We actually have open conversations. We get a whole bunch of our friends together, and we discuss what's new and actually discuss, okay, this is what I'm seeing. This is what we're seeing. And it's a great group of people. There is a European time, America's time, and an APAC time available. Also, Mehryn, ISE has started. I'm getting invitations. I'm sure you are too.
Yeah. I think everybody's planning a lot more in advance than they were. I already have like a half full schedule. So just know that Microsoft's going to be there in a big way. We're going to have a nice big booth right in the collaboration hall, front and center, like on the aisle when you walk in. So we're excited. We're going to have a whole group of people there from Microsoft. And pretty soon you'll be able to request meetings with us. We'll have a meeting request tool that we publish probably as early as next week. So keep an eye out for that.
And our booth is double the size this year, Mehryn. We go double.
Yeah.
Double down in Barcelona, right? We're 100%, but it's great. Booth is 2Q150. It's right as soon as you enter the hall for the Unified Communications and Education Tech. With that, Mehryn, all these links will be on SMTR show. I want to thank everybody for the year. I'm not sure if we're going to do a show next year. Maybe we'll have Santa Claus visit next week or something like that.
We'll be back next year for sure.
Yeah, we'll be back next year. We'll be back in January with a whole bunch of new shows covering everything. I want to thank everybody for the support every single week that we get. Mehryn, thank you, and have a great weekend. I see there's a whole bunch of people that are joining us live and commenting in the comment section. But have a great weekend. If I don't see you, have a happy holiday. We'll see you next year. And thank you, everybody, again, for the support. And I'll let you know about next week. We'll put it online. We'll put it online if we're doing it, and we'll do it live. Thanks, Mehryn. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Have a great one, everybody. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. You make it all worthwhile. You make me feel alive. I appreciate your support. It means the world to me. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.